Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Capricorn for the middle of June. Now Capricorn, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. I do not offer personal readings, and I will not send you a message on any platform, so do not get scammed. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you in this middle of June bonus reading here. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you, Capricorn. Now, I would ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. I also have links out to my Instagram account, as well as all of the tarot decks that I use in these readings in the description below if you'd like to take a look. All right. Make sure we're all set up here and in view. Get right into it. So I'm going to take 3 of these cards to clarify as we go along. Then I'll also take 3 Kipper cards as well. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the Temperance card. So Capricorn, Temperance card, very nice energy to find. So you can think of the Temperance card as a major message to balance something out in your life. The Temperance card says that there is healing available to you. There is harmony available to you. And really, there is something that you've been desiring available to you. But in order to get there, you must first balance something out. You can see the healing angel here on the card is balancing their fire and their water. Not only are they balancing, but they're sort of creating alchemy here. And so it's this idea that, again, you have this desire, right? I don't know, maybe you want a relationship, but you need to somehow alchemize that into your life. Well, how do you do that? You start to balance out the parts of yourself that are not compatible with finding a relationship, right? And so hopefully you understand the message here. It is the energy of Sagittarius as well, by the way. And it's just a really nice sort of welcoming, healing, sort of pleasant energy when you get the Temperance card. And I do have to say, this is a pleasant reading. Like, you have pleasant energy here. That's the way I would describe this, my kind of quick overview feeling of what I see here. So in the current situation, you have the Chariot. So the Chariot is really an incredible energy of victory, success, and this idea of sort of charging forward. The Chariot says that you are able to sort of overcome obstacles in your life. And you can do that by maintaining self-discipline. One of the major messages with the Chariot is self-discipline. It's also interesting, it is this idea of as above, so below. As you put in the work here in the universe, this star on, or the sun, which is a star, on the canopy above indicates the universe. The Sphinx indicate Earth. And so as you put in the work, you are rewarded here on Earth. As you have self-discipline, you are rewarded, and you can you're more easily able to sort of continue overcoming those obstacles for yourself. And so Chariot's a really nice card. It's Cancerian energy as well. I think some of you here recognize that there's balance that needs to be achieved, or there's harmony that needs to be created, or there's alchemy that needs to be had, or you need to alchemize something. And I think with the Chariot energy, you are successfully figuring out that you can do this. In the problem position, you have the 5 of Wands. This is about a conflict, okay? 5 of Wands is conflict, competition, challenge. You can see the 5 people on the card sparring. Whoever wins the challenge is given actually the 6 of Wands, which is amazing because you have the 6 of Wands in the future position, which means you will successfully win the battle, okay? And so the question I think for some of you that you may be asking right now is, okay, is the battle, well, the question that I have, I guess, as the reader is the battle within you, or is the battle with, external to you, from outside? Are you in competition with other people, or are you in competition with yourself? What I do know is that there is competition here, and it is possible that that is what you need to balance out here based on this reading with the Temperance energy on the bottom. And again, there's this sort of, what's interesting, what just came to my mind? Smoothing out a rough edge is the phrase or the sentence that came into my mind. You're smoothing out a rough edge right now. And it's almost like as that happens, there's a pathway for you to kind of create this victory here in the future, which we see you successfully doing. Now, in the past, you have the Ace of Pentacles. There's been a new start or new beginning for many of you here with this Ace of Pentacles energy showing up. Ace of Pentacles is obviously a new beginning, but it's a new beginning in the material realm. This can bring about, new contracts, particularly like if you're a freelancer, new projects. It can say that you're signing off on documents and contracts as well, such as maybe getting a new apartment, getting a new car, signing a new work contract, like maybe you're getting a new job if you're not freelancing. It can also just talk about seeds. It's seed energy, right? It's planting a seed here and seeing it grow into something big eventually down the road. It is the seed that eventually grows into the Ten of Pentacles, which is the last card in the suit of Pentacles. So it's an incredibly positive, optimistic card, and it also can represent like cash. It can say like you're maybe purchasing, you're either maybe like making a sale or you're buying, so cash in that way. And so yeah, definitely like what has been going on here in the past for you with the Ace of Pentacles happening in the past. The seed has been planted. You are sort of dealing here with this challenge with the Five of Wands in the challenge position, but again, it's this like really like optimistic energy of you being able to smooth out a rough edge in your life. In the future, we see you succeeding here, victory and success on the horizon with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is, it is interesting, isn't it? Because when you think about a chariot, you can think about horses, right? Obviously in this energy, it's like a sphinx on the chariot card, but you have this chariot energy, you have this sort of charging forward energy here, because you can see the horse on the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is exceeding expectations. It's public victories or public recognition potentially. Like you can think about it this way, like maybe you have received public praise from your boss at work, or you have given a work presentation and you were cheered on, or you got really good feedback from somebody based on some sort of public type work that you've done. So Six of Wands is great energy to find, especially in the future position, but particularly for you, because again, we have the Five progressing into the Six, and the Five being in the problem position for you, not being that big of a problem, you working through it. Now, on your conscious awareness, on your thoughts, or on your mind here, you do have this Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is like juggling or fluctuating wealth. It can say that there are changes happening in your life or in your financial situation generally. Two of Pentacles is it says by default that whatever change is happening is by default good. You have to take everything into consideration. For you, I believe it's good because not only do you have the Six of Wands in the future, you have an incredible outcome energy here as well. But you have this sort of like, you can see that the Temperance card here, they're kind of juggling or balancing out or harmonizing the two elements of fire and water. And then you have this person here kind of harmonizing, juggling, balancing out the two pentacles. And so that idea of balance is, I have to say, heavy energy here of balance on this reading for you here, Capricorn. So that is certainly something that I feel like is on your mind here as it is in the thoughts. Ace, which is like number one, aces would be number one in a tarot deck. So you have the number one into number two as well. Not only do we have the Five into the Six, but we have number one into the number two. And so, by the way, you have two aces here, which incredible combination. And like I said, there's just this sort of pleasurable type of energy for you. It's like, it seems like this month of June could be going well, or it may continue to go well for you if it is already. In the subconscious, in the hidden or what you can't see, you do have this King of Wands. King of Wands is a really nice energy. I love to see the King of Wands in a tarot reading because this person only does what they want to do for their career. Okay, you won't find the King of Wands taking just whatever job. Okay, they don't take a job that they don't like. And the reason being is they're so talented and they're so employable. They're so attractive to employers that they always have an opportunity in their back pocket. They can always go do something, right? But even more so, the King of Wands prefers to be self-employed or self-employed. They prefer to be an entrepreneur or kind of run the show in their life. And so for some of you, maybe this is the change that's happening here. Maybe this is the conflict that you're in with yourself with this Five of Wands. I'm just recognizing this right now. We really only have one challenge card, which is the Five of Wands, and it's in the challenge position. There's not really another way for me to describe this other than harmonious and pleasurability is what I feel like this reading is all about. And I think that this is absolutely around finances. This is absolutely around work, if this reading is for you, if it's resonating. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue forward here. In the staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you do have this Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands with the King of Wands is one of my classic entrepreneurial, self-employment, side hustles combination. And the reason being is the Ace of Wands is like the best card to find if you're looking to physically start something here in your life. And, it's like that sort of initial spark that you need to really get going on something. Ace of Wands is incredible energy, and it also says that there's sort of this idea of getting fired up. It's not just being able to physically start something where you've maybe had challenges on getting started on something in the past, but also just like getting fired up and getting inspired and passionate about this new journey that you're about to kind of undergo. In the external influence, you have the Three of Cups here as well. Three of Cups is really joy, celebration, and yes, you guessed it, harmony in one's life. Again, this message of harmony, pleasurability, joy is definitely here. Three of Cups can talk about, your social setting, and talk about your group of friends, the people, the company that you keep. I do think that there's maybe something like you being in front of people here with the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups, like for sure at this time. And it's almost like people want to see you, Capricorn. I think people want to see you in this moment. And, you probably have respect from your friends, you have respect from your colleagues, so forth and so on. In the hopes and fears here, you have the Six of Pentacles. You can see the scales energy again here on the board. And, scales, I say again, because scales can represent harmony and balance. We've been talking about that this entire reading. I wonder if some of you are hoping for a sort of return on investment. And what I mean by that is it's almost like some of you have given to somebody or to a situation, and you're hoping that that is reciprocated here. The Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity in one's life. It is about this idea of the act of giving is just as important as receiving, but it's in the hopes and fears. So I wonder if some of you are hoping that someone will reciprocate here, particularly in business and work situations, or you're hoping for a return on something. In the outcome, you have the Emperor. This is incredible. The Emperor is a major omen of success in business, in career. It's one of these readings, I've been saying this whole week, but it's like the readings, particularly for this month of June, it's just they are so like linear. It's like confirmation after confirmation. And I say this for you as well because the Emperor is big boss energy. It is the energy of success. We've talked about it here with the Chariot. We've talked about it here how like as you work on balancing something, you get something very important. We talked about how in this reading, it's pleasurable, it's harmonious, and you really only have one challenge card and it's in the challenge position. And so for you, again, to get this Emperor energies, a really big omen of success in career. It's, structure and stability as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at these three clarifiers. Okay, you have the Empress, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. So listen, I really like this for you here. The Empress is the counterpart to the Emperor. So you can say that this is power couple vibes, but I actually don't feel like that resonates with this reading because this is more about a career reading. The Empress is about abundance, And this is about not only having what you need, but having an abundance of what you need. The Empress is also seed energy. You actually do have a fertility combination here with the Ace of Wands and the Empress, but this is more about like you bringing something, like bringing a business idea or bringing a job, career idea kind of into like fertility in that area, right? Like seeing something in those areas grow. You have the Ace of Swords. That's 3 aces. 2 or more aces in a tarot reading is a powerful new beginning and always a good sign. And then you also have this Queen of Cups energy, which is about really just allowing yourself to take care of yourself, allowing you like giving yourself like maybe whatever it is that you like to do. Maybe you like to go to the movies. Maybe you like to hang out with your daughter or your son or whatever it is, like doing something that you love to do. And that sort of restores your energy. You also have this courthouse, toil and labor, and bad health. Doesn't really fit. Doesn't really fit here. Sometimes this happens. Yeah, thief, toil and labor, poverty. Wow. Okay, so the Kipper cards, I'm not getting these messages here. Adjudication. Whatever you're in competition with is probably what this is referring to here. And so I think for some of you, there is now this message here coming in the clarifiers with the Queen of Cups, the toil and labor, thief, bad health, poverty, where it's like, if you need to step back and take a break to allow this, whatever it is that we've been talking about, to come in, that it may be time for you to take a break. I'm not forecasting bad health. I don't do that in my readings. Typically, this is the health of your thoughts or the health of a relationship, not physical health or anything like that, injuries, ailments. But, yeah, to be perfectly honest, these oracle cards are just not resonating with the rest of this reading. So I would just take whatever resonates and drop whatever doesn't, just like in any reading. So something good coming in here for Capricorns. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.